Hey there and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into one of the biggest challenges in business, period. How to create an experience that doesn't just satisfy your customers, but truly wows them. And let me tell you, it's not about luck or some random brilliant idea. It's actually about a clear strategic blueprint. So let's break down how it all works.
I mean, it's the million-dollar question, right? Every single leader, marketer, and entrepreneur is asking this. How do you go from just fine to genuinely delighting people? How do you create that unforgettable wow moment that turns customers into fans and gets them talking?
Well, the secret isn't hiding in one single department or some newfangled marketing tactic. Nope. The real answer is all about connecting two incredibly powerful concepts. When you bring these two things together, that's when you build the foundation for something really special.
And here they are, strategy and environment. It's that simple. Think of strategy as your playbook, your game plan. And the environment? Well, that's the entire playing field you're on. You see, real success, that wow factor we're all chasing, only happens when your playbook is perfectly designed for the field you're actually playing on.
So let's start with that playing field, because you can have the best, most brilliant playbook in the world, but if you don't really understand the game you're in, you're just setting yourself up to fail. This is all about learning to decode your environment.
And a huge insight is hiding right here in this one little word, trained. See, evaluating your environment isn't about having some magical gut feeling or a crystal ball. It is a skill. And just like any other skill, you can learn it, you can practice it, and you can absolutely master it.
You know, this is so crucial because it's way too easy to get tunnel vision, to get so focused on our own products, our own teams, our own goals. But really understanding your environment, that means looking up and out beyond your own four walls and seeing the bigger picture. The economic currents, the competitive winds, all the forces that are going to shape your journey whether you like it or not.
And we can actually break this big idea of environment into two key areas. On one hand, you've got the broad business environment. Think of the big picture stuff, like the rise of AI in your industry, new privacy laws, or big shifts in the global supply chain. Then you've got the more immediate market environment. This is what's happening right in your backyard. Your direct competitors launching a new feature, or your customers suddenly demanding more sustainable options. You need to be watching both.
But here's the thing, just knowing about your environment, that's only half the battle. The real magic happens when you use that knowledge. And that brings us to the optimization process. This is how you turn those outside insights into real-world, tangible impact. And you know what the best part is? It's not some ridiculously complicated 50-step plan. It's a simple, powerful, and continuous loop that you can run over and over and over again to stay sharp and stay ahead.
So this is the engine that drives the whole thing, the strategic loop. It all starts with step one, evaluate. You're scanning the horizon. You see that a new competitor just launched a lower-priced product. Boom, that's your environmental intel. Then you immediately move to step two, apply and optimize. Now, you don't just panic and copy them. No, you use that insight to adjust your strategy. Maybe you double down on your premium quality in your ads, or maybe you create a new entry-level version of your own. You evaluate, you act, and then the loop starts right back up again. It's a non-stop cycle of getting better.
Okay, so let's bring this all together. When you combine this deep environmental awareness with the commitment to strategic optimization, what you get is a repeatable blueprint for success. This is your practical, step-by-step path to creating that wow experience we've been talking about.
So here's the whole blueprint in its simplest form. First, you always keep the goal front and center, to wow your customer. To get there, you have to be continuously analyzing what's happening around you. Then, you take those insights and you relentlessly optimize your strategy. And maybe the most important part, you treat it like a cycle. You repeat the process, which is what keeps you agile and relevant.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Take a look at your own environment right now. Is there a new technology you could be adopting? A subtle shift in how your customers are behaving? A tiny gap in the market that nobody else is seeing? What is the one factor you could leverage, starting today, to take your first real step closer to wow?